This was our house, Hummer Haven, now part of the public trust of Abita Springs. The new handicap accesses have been put in. A new door, new lights. This is the fireplace that my dad and I built in the 70s. After I wasn't around to chop wood, they got a Franklin wood burning stove. All this is Spanish cedar. We put that in. All of the baseboards in here we milled from cypress. It is a true 1-inch and a true 4-inch. This is a beautiful piece of cypress. This came from Mr. Poole's a pond where the Poole and the Denegers housed and stored centuries-old trees in the swamps. They pulled this one up, and we got this milled out. Absolutely beautiful. This was the mahogany. My dad and I built this recessed mahogany bookcase for in here. We had all of our horticultural and birding books in here. This was the kitchen. This was the original air conditioning system. Later in time, we changed it and we removed the plenum. This is the upstairs. We'll get to this. But this wall here was actually the back of the house, the original house that was here. This was the back wall of the house. This was the original doorway here to go into a small little porch that had all crank out windows across here. And we have photographs of all that. They did a job painting this. This was our washroom. We had a deep freeze in here. This was Walter Clifton, my dad's office, was in here. This is where we wound up putting the air conditioning system. We designed, I helped with ABAS, and we put the plenum in here. It was much more efficient. This was the door to my mom and dad's master bedroom. This entire section was an 80-foot long, 30-foot wide extension that was put on in the 70s. This was a closet that was added. It would have been great if they would have removed this. These are the new doors going out. Look how nice those are, huh? This was the master bathroom. This was collectively one giant bathroom. That whole wall, it was big. This was a big bedroom. So now we have 2 handicap access bathrooms in here with automatic lights. These look great. This is the original windows. My dad and I, when we built this house, these are all cedar. They look really good painted. My parents had an aversion to painting natural wood. But this is much more efficient. This is great. So they put a wall in here. So this was one big giant bathroom here. When we designed this, there was originally a clawfoot tub here for my mother, and she wanted these windows so that she could always look out into the garden. Then later, when she passed, my dad, we put in a shower in here. So this is a nice use of space. Beautiful look out into the garden. This is a look that was designed for my mother, Olga Casadaban Clifton, so she could enjoy everything all her life looking out the window at the garden. It desperately needs work, but this is absolutely fantastic. Let's go see the other house. They'll do meeting spaces in here. This was a cabinet that was originally designed for my mom. This was originally the back, this was the back door going outdoors. So we added this. This wall here houses the plumbing, and the sewer system is inside the wall coming from my bedroom upstairs. This was created for my mom. She had a Kirby vacuum cleaner. So my dad specifically designed this narrow closet and he hand milled this to hold the sets from the dining room table that we had. It was an oak table. The leaves went in here, and this is where the Kirby vacuum cleaner accessories were stored in here. So this was a utility closet specifically for a Kirby vacuum cleaner and to hold the leaves of a table. This was built in the 70s. This was a staircase that came from a welder fabricator in Abbeville, and my dad ordered it. And then when it came in, it was 1 foot too short. It couldn't be returned. So we had to build this up 1 foot. And that way the staircase got put up in here and it goes on up. And that goes up to where would be my bedroom, air conditioned, and my full bath was up there. There's the kitchen. These are windows that were put in here in the 70s. They have held up all these decades. They're absolutely wonderful. They still have the argon gas in them, and they've held up as thermal insulated windows. This is a bay window that we created when we redid this house. This house was done in 3 phases. The upstairs was done by Walter Clifton, Paul Clifton, and Mimi Clifton. Here we have the front room. This was once the original living room of this house when it was first built. This house was built somewhere else and was moved here in the early 1900s. This was the front bedroom. This was the bedroom that was for my sister, Mimi Clifton and Paul Clifton. We had these windows. These are all windows we have. These are all the blinds that we have. These blinds can open from the top, and they can also open from the bottom. These are closets that Walter Clifton built himself and put in this house. All these windows and all these frames were all built by Walter Clifton in this house. These are the original doors. These are all the original doors of the house. That was the original door. They all had handles like this, the crystal doorknobs. We used to have the skeleton keys, and over time they've all become misplaced. Yep, they're still original, still there. This was another bedroom in time. This was the garden room. We created this in this bay window for my mom, Olga Clifton. And this was a pocket garden that was created for her, so she could sit here and look out the window and enjoy her birds. This is nothing like it was when it was created. That's the original door of the house that's still here with the crystal doorknobs. Those are cypress and pine. This is the bedroom. This is the off the day room shower. This is the glass that was created. Wes Kuhn did this design. He put this hummingbird in here for us. This was a gift to my mother, Olga. There's a walk-in shower. Here behind this wall here is a doorway that goes to where the staircase was that we saw earlier. And it used to be a way to get in here because this was a bathroom, and there was a tub here. The toilet was over here, and the lavatory was in that wall in the corner. And then here was a doorway, so you could come through from the outside to get into here. All this is wood that we milled, hand milled and put in. All this is cypress that we had milled, we put in and cut. All of this was put in. These closets were an afterthought. These should be removed, should have been removed. These are some of the doors, the original doors that we had with the house. So originally there was a door here This was a doorway that went into to go to the garden room there and the bathroom. And then this was a solid wall here. And the refrigerator used to be there when we had it. Some people who had this house for a year and a half or 2 years that bought it from us before the town bought it, did these designs and rework.